Slap in the middle of motorsports winter break, the second edition of the 24 MX Alestrem took place on January the 23rd and 24th. The event took place over 2 days around Alès, in the Cevennes countryside and in the heart of the town. Jeremy Marin-Couraz, the co-organizer of the event with Gregory Florin, explained to us how things have changed for 2016.
There are 2 selection challenges as opposed to 1 last year, and that means we'll better be able to determine the starting order of the main event. We decided to make it a harder route, more intense. The riders are here to do something hard, so we've made it hard for them. The Motor Club Welcome TT gathers together more than 200 people to organise the event. It's a passionate team. It's a formidable human adventure that we lived together 3 months before the event. The pole mécanique of Alès has infrastructure unique in Europe. The infrastructure is great for enduro. I think the riders really appreciate it. At least that's what they let us think. It's truly an extraordinary place, a dream venue for such an event. We have a great field, the sun's out, the spectators are here. All the ingredients are in place for this to be a success again. Before taking to the start, certain riders played the game, taking part in the Raven wheelie battle on Friday afternoon. The goal? Putting on a show, pulling off moves using the back wheel. At the end of the competition, Jimmy Chevalier was the winner. His prize, 10 Raven masks for the season. On Saturday morning, the riders get into the thick of it, and it's the amateurs who open things up in the special. Extreme style. Amateurs make up 85% of the field, and they make the race with their desire and their courage. In the pros' interest to win, we're well up for it. Good conditions, there's sunshine, it's good under the wheels. I do a bit of trial and that helps, but it's still slippery out there and we'll have to be careful. I start the special. There are 400 bikes, so you have to count 400 times 2, and that makes 800.
Promis de pas me faire mal.
Among the riders present at the start, there's a woman, Delphine Ria, with her number 273. Taking part in the Alestrem is a real challenge for her.
I've been
riding for 9 years. I started quite late. I did the Swiss Enduro Championship and I do a bit of motocross as well. My objective is not to injure myself, to enjoy it, and I'd like to complete 2 laps. In the pros, the attention is focused on what could be a great battle between the 2015 winner Johnny Walker and the experienced Graham Jarvis. The 2 riders are alongside each other all year, and for them the Alestrem is the perfect warm-up ahead of the season.
I decided to come back because it was such a good race last year. We had a good battle with Graham all the way to the finish, and the terrain's so good out here to ride, so you know, it's definitely we're going to come back this year. Last year me and Graham, we battled all the year, so I don't expect anything different this week. I've done my training, so hopefully I can come out on top again, but you know, I think it's going to be a close battle.
I can't beat him on the real fast bits, so I just have to wait, you know, if I can stay with him and then wait till them real difficult bits. Maybe hope he makes a mistake would be helpful, but you know, if I can just get a bit of luck on them hard bits, I'll give him a chance. Obviously Johnny's going to be the main man, and then Wade Young as well, and you know, there's plenty of guys wanting to beat myself and Johnny for the title.
The top riders head away in the selection special. They'll go through twice, back to back. The KTM rider Johnny Walker is careful in his first run through and sets the 4th best time. In front of him, another one of the event favourites, the South African Wade Young, at the handlebars of the Sherco number 9. 2 Europeans occupy the 2 leading positions. Frenchman Julien Gauthier shows he's at home here, and so is the Spaniard Alfredo Gomez, who posts the best time on the first lap, 5.6 seconds clear of Gauthier. And then the pros are back into the time sector. The quicker of the 2 times is the one that counts for the standings. Graham Jarvis is below his best and is 10th, 46 seconds down on the leader. Mario Roman, the other Husqvarna rider, is 5th. Julien Gauthier improves his time, but still falls to 4th place. Up front, Walker, Gomez and Young have lifted the tone. Gomez is 3rd. It seems his new machine suits him. He was still with Husqvarna in 2015. In 2nd, the defending champion Johnny Walker, conceding a little less than 4 seconds to the winner of the special, Wade Young. The Sherco rider has made a strong impression for his first outing in Enduro Extreme with his new bike. He's won the first special. The amateurs are also off for their second lap, and not everybody enjoyed it. Fabien Antoine, the 122, does best in the category, and he's 31st overall. He's the youngest rider to have won the Roof of Africa Enduro. That was back in 2012. This season he signed up with the French Sherco team. At only 19, Wade Young is one of the sensations of the discipline and a real overall contender.
Yeah, I'm definitely aiming for the top, you know. That's where every rider wants to be. There's a lot of great riders, you know, you never know, but I'll say Johnny, Graham, Alfredo, Mario, they're all pretty good all-rounded, so it's just to push hard from the beginning and make no mistakes, and I'm sure there's a lot of good French riders here also in their hometown, so you never know.
The Sherco team is based in Nîmes. This weekend is of course important for the team, a grand premiere for them, and they want a result.
It's a new start. I've only been over in Europe from the 10th of January, so I've been doing a bit of testing and yeah, getting to know the team, which is good, and so far so good. I haven't been riding the Sherco for too long, but I've got the hang of it pretty quick, and yeah, really enjoying it, and I got adapted very quick.
Experienced enduro competitors used to the French Championship, Julien Gauthier and Alexandre Carrère, are having another go at the Alestrem. Respectively 6th and 5th last year, they want to figure among the leading positions. I came here last year and really enjoyed it. We had a great time, and so we're doing it again. Compared to what happened last year, I'd have liked to have been competing a bit higher up the standings. It's true that the level is higher this year. I'd like to finish as a first objective and then be as little time back as possible. It's difficult to understand in events like this. When you enjoy yourself and when you manage to do well to go far, there's the satisfaction of having done a good job without having lost too much time. Tomorrow's type of race is not like enduro or the race, which I've already done and done well in. This one is really technical, it's so technical, and there are big stones, and you have to really apply yourself. The goal is to come here and train hard, get on board the bike and compete with people who have loads of experience in this. It means you can judge yourself a bit. After a tough morning, the second part of the day takes place in the heart of Alès, and the spectators have turned out in force for the prologue. Motivate the riders today, motivate them tomorrow, and then see how it goes. If we need to help them, we'll help. We've come from far away, Perpignan, Avignon, Marseille. For Alès, we travel. Frankly, it's great, and we can't wait for tomorrow when it might be even more spectacular. Well, the prologue happens like this. The riders go off in groups. In the amateurs, the best time in each group means qualification for the finals. For the 3 pro groups, the 5 best go through. Then the 10 best from each final take each other on in the super finale. A chance for the amateurs to rub shoulders with the best in the discipline. It will be difficult. I'll try not to make too many mistakes. Very, very difficult. I didn't think it would be so difficult physically. During the qualifiers, the sensational result is put in by the number 373 rider Fabien Poirot. He's the youngest entrant at just 14 and has the smallest bike, a 50cc. It didn't stop him winning his qualifying race. It was quite difficult, yes, there were a lot of trunks. On the second lap there were people in the way, it was very difficult. Sure of himself and galvanised by his win, he manages to carry on the adventure through to the super final. The first pro group to go off contains Johnny Walker. The Briton crushes the rest, winning by almost a minute from his teammate Alfredo Gomez. Then it's Billy Bolt. Julien Gauthier is fourth. And Marpinard completes the top 5. During the races, the track is put back into optimal condition by the organisers. Wade Young wins the second race with the experienced Graham Jarvis just behind him. Alexander Carrère is 7th and is eliminated. The third and final group sees victory go to the Spaniard Mario Roman in front of the number 30 Martin Vignal. "20 riders from the amateur category are behind the starting gate for their final. The 10 quickest will qualify for the super final. It's important to do well here in order to have the best possible starting position the next day." Thomas Schrantz, the 193, manages third at the end of the 2 laps. In front of him, the 115 of Stéphane Prache. The win goes to Ben Wibberley at the handlebars of his Husqvarna 320. In the pros, there's a great battle between Young and Walker. The South African manages the whole shot and manages to resist Walker's pressure to start with before having to concede second best. Young makes a mistake and finishes out of the top 5. Graham Jarvis, who made a bad start, manages to climb to second. As for Alfredo Gomez, he's consistent at the start of the event and finishes third. Johnny Walker clinches another win and cannot wait for the super final. There were also 2 races featuring electric bikes. The riders were all volunteers, curious to enjoy a new experience at the handlebars of these silent but powerful machines. It'll be more difficult than on normal bikes, I think. I think it'll be good. It's pretty good already. Will the races take place over a single lap? Getting through the obstacles doesn't pose problems to some. It's Simon Romieux who wins both heats. A great performance considering he was down in 55th in the prologue. It's impressive but unusual as there's not a foot-operated back brake, but we get used to it. The 20 best riders from the afternoon prepare to take each other on over 3 laps. The super final promises to be spectacular. Before the start, we got advice from Alfredo Gomez on how to ride well at night.
I use 9 LED lights, but yeah, I think it's the best. Also, you can put on the bike a xenon light, but the problem of the xenon light is you have the light too far from you. So you couldn't see really good the obstacle, and with the LED slide on the helmet, you look straight where you want to look. Normally, when we ride like this, and the LEDs have to be a little bit up. If not, you are looking the handlebar, not in front.
When the starting gate is removed, Gomez manages the whole shot in front of Inokel and Walker. Wade Young messed up his start. He's 5th, but the Sherco rider doesn't want to stay that low. He attacks hard and climbs to 3rd, removing Billy Bolt from the podium. Behind them, Graham Jarvis is going no better than 7th, behind Alfredo Gomez. Julien Gauthier is 9th. Mario Roman puts in a great super final. The Husqvarna rider finishes 2nd. The winner of the Prologue is none other than the Briton Johnny Walker. With this win, he ensures he'll be the first to go off on Sunday and confirms his victory ambitions. On Sunday morning, there's quite a challenge for the 350 riders still involved. Just one start for the day and 4 laps on the programme, with a route that becomes ever more difficult. The Grand Baume and Mercarol are likely to decide the destiny of this second edition of the 24MX Alestrem. The pros go off first. It's clear that the race is really starting for them here.
We have 9 hours in front. It's gonna be a tough battle with all the top guys, and I'm ready to fight.
When we get onto the 3rd or 4th lap, it's going to be really tough. I'll do what I can to be up with the leading contenders. There's a Le Mans-style start. The enduro competitors go off 10 by 10 every 2 minutes. The first back to the Pole Mécanique d'Alès will be designated the winner. Wade Young hits the front, taking the lead on the first chicane. Mario Roman has a few problems and goes off last in his group. The departures continue, and the amateurs set off, still motivated by the challenge awaiting them. We'll try to get through the first 2 laps safely and then really go for it in the 3rd, and from there we'll try to finish as well as possible. It looks tough, but we're here, we've signed on, and we'll try to have fun. While some haven't yet tasted the day's route, at the front the pace has been lifted. Wade Young and Johnny Walker don't give each other an inch. The 2 riders go through the first difficulties together and build up a lead over their pursuers. In 3rd place is Julien Gauthier. The B2R racing rider is clearly up with the pace in these opening kilometres of racing. Behind him, another duo is formed. Graham Jarvis on the Husqvarna number 2 is 4th, and he's riding with Alfredo Gomez on the KTM number 8. Mario Roman has already made up some of his deficit. He's 5th and chasing a podium finish. After going off in the second group, Alexandre Carrère is little by little heading up to the top 10, despite the problems out on the course. Yannick Marpinard is also overtaking riders one by one. His objective is a top 10 finish. In the peloton behind them, some competitors are encountering their first problems and using up a lot of energy. The Alestrem spirit is well and truly there. Riders help each other get over the obstacles and help push each other beyond their limits. The only time to get some rest is at the refueling point between each lap.
For now
it's very easy. I hope it gets harder, as that's why I'll be able to do what I'll be able to do in trial with an enduro bike. It's also the chance to catch up with multiple Supermotard world champion Adrien Chouret, here to try out extreme enduro in his home region. I know this place well, but it's not my domain and I need to adapt. For now everything's going well. Specials aren't too hard, we asked. First lap's okay, after that it'll get harder. Back to the leading positions, and at mid-race, in reverse order from 10th to 6th, we have Billy Bolt on the 43. Salsange Constancio with the Beta number 26. Carrère is 8th, behind Varengain, who has the 20. Mario Roman, the factory Husqvarna rider, can't get into the top 5. He's 6th. Gomez feels the pressure of a Husqvarna behind him. It's Graham Jarvis trying to force his way through and up to 4th. The 5-time British trial champion does manage to get the better of the Spaniard. And then he catches and passes Julien Gauthier to go 3rd. The Frenchman is now finding life hard and his podium hopes are flying away. Up front, battle rages, and given the advantage the Walker-Young duo have over their pursuers, the win will go to one of these two. In the amateurs, Thomas Schrontz, the 193, is heading towards victory. Behind him, Ben Wheelie is shining and has even got the better of some pros. And on the final step of the podium for now is Fabien Antoine. After the 3rd lap, the route is changed and the final lap is cancelled for security reasons. The riders then move towards the finish line at the Pole Mécanique d'Alès. Lars Knuckle has moved into the top 10, up to 7th, and Yannick Marpinard is 8th. Mario Roman ended up getting the better of Julien Gauthier, relegating the Frenchman to 6th. Up front, Johnny Walker has managed to build up a small lead over Wade Young. He's heading for a double and remains unbeaten here at the Alestrem. After the leading competitors come through, there's a procession of the others. And one thing is clear, the 24 MX Alestrem was intense. I thought the first 2 laps were quite easy. Things got difficult from the 3rd lap.
So much pushing and so difficult. I can't speak.
To finish the weekend, let's look at the podiums. In the amateurs, Thomas Schrontz wins from Wheelie and Antoine. In the pros, Graham Jarvis is on the 3rd step of the podium. Wade Young is 2nd, and the champion of this second 24 MX Alestrem is Johnny Walker.
It was a very tough race. It was from start to finish I was battling with Wade Young really, and then the last lap I pulled a little gap on him, but I couldn't really relax because I knew that he'd try and catch me up. I'll come back next year for this race. It's a good starter for the series. You can kind of see where you're at and see what you need to work on.
For Claude Serpedez, mayor of the town of Saint-Martin de Valgolgu, where the Pole Mécanique is, the Alestrem was a real success. He's looking forward to next year. The assessment is entirely positive with 400 riders and a lot of people here. I think there were 10 to 15,000 people watching and the restaurants were full. It's all positive. I think in sporting terms this was magnificent with incredible champions. I think 2017 will get organised very quickly and we're going to have another busy year with the Alestrem.
2017, je pense qu'on va l'organiser très rapidement. C'est parti pour une année pleine encore avec Alestrem.
The 24 MX Alestrem is over and lived up to all its promises. We'll see you in 2017.